Hi, everybody. I'm Brian, Professor B. Davis here. Welcome to 49ers post-game live on Niners Radio 489 here in San Francisco. The Niners lose a heartbreaker down in SoCal, known as Levi South. But after what I've seen, the Rams have reclaimed it's no longer Levi South. It's SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. And the Rams, a team was so injuries, their two best receivers out and did some. The Niners not only got, it was a gut punch, but the Niners got PUAK at the end. And the Rams snaps their 5-game losing streak at home versus your San Francisco 49ers. The Niners lose a heartbreaker by a score of 27-24. And if you want to come on right now, our hotline number, if you're watching, it's 510-322-7519 is our hotline number. You want to come on? Let's talk about this defeat. Niners not only got gut punched, but the Niners got P-U-N-K, punked. Or actually, they got both. Nothing more else to say. Niners now with the loss dropped to 1-2. And they're now tied with, as your defending NFC champions, are now tied for last place with the Arizona Cardinals in the NFC West. And it does not get any better. This is the first of 3 games, 3 of the next 4 games where the Niners will be playing within the division. And, the Niners were undermanned without injuries. We will, you want to come on and talk 49ers football, our hotline number is 510-322-7519 is the hotline number if you want to come on right now. I know there are a lot of Niner fans, not only in the Bay Area. We're here at the bus stop bar here in the Marina District Cow Hollow area in the northeast part of San Francisco. The Niners got gut punched. If you want to come on right now, the hotline number is right now. You want to come on and talk 49ers football. This is a reality check right now for 49er fans. This is the exact reason we talk about this, similar like after Super Bowl seasons. Every year it's not going to necessarily register the same results. We got 3 star players, Pro Bowlers on injured. Debo out for this game and at least through next week. Then McCaffrey's out he's going to be out out until right after the Chiefs and Cowboy game. This is a banged up team right now when you lose 3 players who are $100 million of. So we're going to get on to Kyle Shanahan's press conference. Hotline number is 510-322-7519. Congratulations to Sean McVay and the Rams. By the way, a lot of you don't know Sean McVay's grandfather, the late Sean McVay, who was the architect and general manager. They got the win today. They were undermanned. We're just checking in. So I don't know more else to say. Niners got a gut check loss today. And I'm looking on my Facebook page. Ray Palmer said it at best. We do not hope these two losses do not cost us later in the year when it comes to tiebreakers. Just got to keep it real. Don't want to hear anything about being up too early for pointing that out. I totally agree. We're going to go right now to Kyle Shanahan's press conference. The video feed is from 49ers.com. We're about to go to that in in a few moments' time. So we will go to that video with Kyle Shanahan right now, or to the players' thoughts of this loss. So the Niners right now fall to 1-2. And I'm going to hear there's some comments we're going to hear of the text. This is from Jay. Let me guess, Kyle Shanahan's coaching strikes again. Haven't seen one part of the game because I've been traveling back home from out of state. Somebody tell me what the heck happened. Tell me how we had a lead and they score and get a field goal with this under 2 minutes. And it says weak, blank, game, pissed, blank, weak, blank, game, blank. But it is what it is. I call for it. Moody missed a field goal, could have ended the game. Yes, but I'm not going to blame it all on Jake Moody. 55-yard field goal is kind of, at this point of the game, is too much to ask for. So I give Moody a pass on that. And he made the 55-yard field goal. That would have iced it. That would have put the game away for good. But it's just the lack of execution. So, looking on this goal, so there's a lot of quotes I'm hearing right now. If you want to come on and talk 49er football, Niners Radio 49, our hotline number is 510-322-7519 is our hotline number. You want to come on and discuss it, your frustration, go ahead. You know, things don't get any better for the 49ers because next week they will play the Patriots, but then they're right back in divisional games against Arizona, then the short week against Seattle, and then when they get done with that, they get the Kansas City Chiefs in the rematch of Super Bowl 50 of last year's Super Bowl back in last February, and then they get the Dallas Cowboys, and things don't get any better for San Francisco. Now they sit 1-2 in the bottom of the tied for last place with the Arizona Cardinals in the NFC West. So you want to come on right now, talk. The hotlines are open. We're going to try to get. You want to come? So we will get to the highlights in a few moments. We're just checking everybody in. So once again, our hotline number is 510-322 7519. And if you want to watch on YouTube, please hit. So if you want to come on right now, we're going to just the hotline numbers on right now. It's a tough day being a Niner fan. Post-game show on 49ers Live, Niners Radio 49. It is presented by Ticketmaster. Purchase your tickets for future 49er games. Go to Ticketmaster.com. Ticketmaster.com is the official ticket provider of the 49ers and the NFL. So it's still early in the season, but those two losses right now is a difference. So we will get the Kyle Shanahan's post-game pressure. We will give you some of that video feed courtesy from 49ers.com. Two winnable games, we'll break down on it. I mean, Warren Jennings had a ball out of the game, So we're going to get ready to do Kyle Shanahan's post-game pressure in the video. So we're gonna hopefully we try to get So we're gonna continue on Niners Radio 49. We're just trying to so we're just gonna get to the highlights right now. I mean, we're just a shocking loss. Let's just get back to just break down the game of the scoring summary for San Francisco. In the first quarter, it was, first quarter, Purdy connected with Juan Jenks for a 13-yard touchdown. That put San Francisco up 7-0. Then James caught another touchdown pass. It was 14-0 49ers. Then the second quarter, Quan Williams, 15-yard touchdown reception from Matt Stafford. Oh, no, Kay Williams. It was 14-7. Then the third quarter, James had a 31-yard touchdown. It was 21-7 San Francisco. The Niners had 21-7 lead. Then it was Williams with a 3-yard touchdown run. It was 21-14. And then Jake Moody hit a 26-yard field goal. It was 24-14. And then the Rams, Cardi hits a 33-yard field goal. 13 plays, 55 yards, 5 minutes and 42 seconds. It was 24-17. Then Williams, 4-yard touchdown run. Rams, 3 plays, 55 yards, 52 seconds. And then it was the field goal that set them up for that game winning by Katie was the difference for the Rams. Rams end up picking up their first win of the season. Let's just give you the so Kyle and the players we'll look at the box score right now. Look at the box score right now. The Niners really dominated that game, really on everything. The Niners end up having 288 total yards of offense. The penalties, Niners were penalized only 7 times but the damaging goal, those 2 big pass interference and the holding penalties, 111 yards to Rams 75. The Niners, 33 minutes and 27 seconds to the Rams, 26 minutes and 33 seconds. Final totals of the game, Brock Purdy threw for 292 yards, 3 touchdowns, threw no interceptions. And then trying to get the and the big damaging was the Niners receiving core. Ronnie Bell dropped some balls. I want to take a look at the. And I was looking at this. Some comment I read on says this ain't Niner football. They took loss regardless of our injuries. Kyle and a new defensive coordinator should be fired immediately. Boy, there's some disgruntled 49er fans. So we got some of the final numbers also. 77 yards. His longest was 18. And then Juan Jennings, a career high, 11 catches for 175 yards. And he had 3 touchdowns in the losing effort. Brandon Ayuk, 5 balls for 48 yards. Eric Seiberg caught 2 balls for 41 yards. Ronnie Bell, I don't know how many. And this loss is going to sting with it's going to be with the 49ers for a good for the next day or so. Niners fall to 1-2. And we're going to try to get some post-game presser from my friends at 49ers.com. So the Niners falling at 1-2. Now the Niners with the loss, back-to-back games are already now 0-2 within the conference, and that's not good if you're going to position yourself for a spot for playoff positioning in the NFC. And coming January, coming in January, if you want to make another run to the Super Bowl, but this is not a good start for the 49ers to start 1-2. And so we're going to try to get to that post game. And so we're going to get to this post game right now and pick up the video feed from Niners head coach Kyle Shanahan.
I think after that, I feel like he went like 8 of his next 10 or something like that. So that got him back in the game. There at the end, a couple, we want to go in and score on that drive. Obviously, a touchdown. We ended up getting the field goal. I believe it made it 2 scores. But then they went right down and answered with a field goal. I thought we had a chance to make it a 2-score game. We ended up missing that field goal. And then I think they got a bomb where they went down there right away. They didn't make them really work for it. They got a big chunk. Got behind their defense too much today. Gave them some easy ones in that way. And in my career, yeah, definitely. 20 block last week, definitely. Today, that fake punt, it's just the momentum in the game. That's why I thought we had a chance to run away with it, not give them any hope. And that gave them a lot of hope, got them back in it. And obviously would love to make that field goal. And then punt return, I didn't really see it. They got to the left on our side. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but those were 2 big plays in the game. No, different guys, different coverages. No common denominator.
So you're watching Kyle Shanahan's
just
post-game
how disappointing of a
presser.
loss that was. I knew everyone was pissed without them having to tell me, and we should be. And when you have a game like that where you feel you have every chance to win and you don't get it done, those are usually the more disappointing ones. All 3 phases had their doing that. There was also times that a phase could take over and not even allow it to come to something. And I told them last night, you got to take their hope away. You give Stafford too much hope, and you put the ball in his hands at the end. That's not a situation you want to be in. And we had every chance to avoid that situation a number of times, and we came up short. It seemed like Brock played his ass off from what I saw. He made a bunch of big plays. He took some good shots down the field. It was tough to not come up with that one on that last drive, especially after missing that field goal. When stuff wasn't there, he did a hell of a job scrambling, making some off-schedule plays. And from what I saw, I thought he played his ass off. Same way as always. Last year we lost 3 in a row. So you know how that's going to be regardless. We lost 3 in a row after winning 5 in a row. But still, I know how that felt then. I know how our guys feel. I know how we felt all week. Had a real good week of practice. Thought it would carry over to the game, and it did in a lot of areas. There were some areas where that's why I thought we had a chance to not only just win, but run away with it. And you still got to make those plays in the heat of battle, though. And there's some big 3rd downs where we could have got off the field. Obviously, the fake punt where we should have got off the field. But you let teams hang around in this league, let alone run with that type of quarterback. That stuff happens more often than not. Yeah, anybody does. There's other catches in the game that we want people to make, but and you hope it doesn't have to come down to that. But Ronnie will say the same thing. He needs to make that catch, but if he doesn't, then you'd like to be able to overcome it. And you can overcome it in other ways, but we didn't. Does he need to be on the field? And there's 5 in a game. We're rotating a lot of guys in there, and he was the guy out there. Chris Conley got that earlier in the game, but those 3 receivers we have up. Ronnie's been having a hell of a camp, had a hell of a week of practicing, but he's got to come down with a catch. Juwan was unbelievable. I think the numbers show it, but more than the numbers, just he was a warrior the whole game. He's always like that. Got a lot more opportunities today, and was automatic on every single one. And even some bad looks when I didn't know if the ball should go there. It quickly saw after it that they weren't going to take that away from Juwan, and he was very inspiring today how he played. Maybe especially when you feel it. You just know when you have opportunities to end it. You don't want it to get to that point at the end. But I definitely know we did. I had those opportunities. We could end it on offense, defense, or special teams. When all 3 take their turns there at the end, those are the most frustrating ones.
Did you consider what was the consideration here for going forward?
There was no consideration. I think it was 4th and 5, maybe 4th and 6. But it was about making a 2-score game. I felt great about him. I don't feel much different from that distance to 48. He's been real good with that stuff, and just missed it. And I'll have to learn from him. Yeah, we were. It was very similar to the situation before. I felt good finding a way to go up 2 scores. Definitely wanted it to be 14. On the 3rd and 1, we knew if we got Indy on it, we were going to go for it on 4th, and we did. And the next time we planned on going for it, but losing a yard and already being up 7. I thought the smart thing was to go get 2 scores. I felt their only chance to get back in the game was to make it a 1-score game, give them the momentum by giving them a chance to stop us on 4th down, and felt pretty good once we got up 2 scores, but that quickly ended. Some good things. I mean, I thought from what I saw, I thought he had a good game, but he's solid. No, I mean, I think they got 2 times that they ran one route, one they missed I think in the first half on the right side. They came back to it. They got by us again for the big play at the end of the game. They took a shot to Tutu, who we know can run, and that's what they're going to do with them. And I think one time we had a big PI, but those are normal coverages that we've been doing for years. I don't really know yet. They always, when you hear triceps, you think tears and stuff, but from what they told me, they thought it was more a contusion and stuff, so that's better news. So we'll see that. No, he was good. Yeah.
All right, that's 49ers head coach Kyle Shanahan. The 49ers lose this afternoon. Heartbreaking fashion by a score of 27-24 as the Rams ended their 5-game losing streak against your 49ers at home at SoFi Stadium. So the Niners dropped to 1-2, and the Rams go to 1-2. Taking a look around the scoreboard on Sunday in week 2 around the NFC West, as the Niners end up losing that heartbreaker. As they lose that heartbreaker, and then you look at Seattle defeated the Miami Dolphins 24-3. They were without Tua Tagovailoa, who was injured with that concussion, and then Skylar Thompson kind of got knocked out of that game. And then they now 3-0. They now have a commanding 2-game lead over the 49ers in the NFC West. And then the Lions hold off the Cardinals 20-13. Looking at the NFC West right now, this early part of the season, Niners dropped to 1-2. So Seattle right now has a 2-game lead for the rest of the pack of the NFC West. The Niners struggling out of the gate. And within the conference, the Niners are already 0-2. So technically right now, they're now 0-2 in the conference. And they right now technically are in last place because the Rams have beat them head-to-head. And both the Cardinals and the Rams in the early part of the season are ahead of the 49ers. Niners right now, the defending NFC champs, are in last place because of the tiebreakers. Rams have the head-to-head tie with their victory head-to-head today over the 49ers, and plus the Cardinals, who will be coming out to the Mecca 2 weeks from today because of the better record within division and conference record. So Niners will hope to to ride the ship with the injuries. They're back at it next Sunday, 1 week from today. The Niners will take on the New England Patriots for an interconference matchup. They'll take on the New England Patriots at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The kickoff time will be at 1:05 p.m. Pacific. That game will be on Fox, the exclusive network of Super Bowl 59. And then in 2 weeks' time, 2 weeks from today, they'll play the Arizona Cardinals out at the Mecca at Levi Stadium. And that's also 105. That will also be on Fox. So the Niners are just trying to weather the storm with all the injuries and did some. And this hopefully they can just get some more people back. Tomorrow we'll have Niners Radio 49 in the afternoon. We'll let you know when the time will go on. We'll go on the air. We'll recap. It'll be the aftermath of Monday quarterback Niners Radio 49 live. The aftermath. We'll recap week number 3 of this game. We'll dissect it, take a look around the scoreboard, and so much more. Latest news of the 49ers and so much more. Go to 49ers.com and check us out at youtube.com/@NinersRadio49. Please don't forget to click the subscribe button. Our goal is trying to get 1,000 fans, 1,000 subscribers. If you do, you get all kinds of 49ers access, all the interviews from the past and the present. I'll be getting ready to book gigs for this week to get somebody for the Patriots to come on for our Behind the Enemies segment. We'll recap the game. Tomorrow, we will have another 49er recap. We'll continue to have our series throughout this 2024 season. 49ers Super Bowl week, of their Super Bowl seasons. We're going to be we're paying homage to all the Super Bowl champions. This week, we will look back from 1984. That will be in our flashback segment. We'll look back at the 1984 49ers. And that was a season, of course, they went 15-1. And tomorrow in our segment, we'll look back at a recap of week number 4 when the 49ers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles at Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia. We'll take a look back at that game. We'll break down that game and week number 4 of the NFL season. And that was for the 49ers, a Super Bowl season. Back in 1984, they went 15-1 the regular season, on their way to their second Super Bowl title in 4 years. Then we'll also look back later this coming week in our 49er flashback as we honor the 35-year anniversary of the 1989 49ers. We'll look back at a flashback game, a 49ers in Philadelphia in week 3, the classic comeback for the 49ers against the Eagles at Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia when Joe Montana threw 4 fourth-quarter touchdown passes in the Niners' 38-28 win over Buddy Ryan and the Philadelphia Eagles with Randall Cunningham and Reggie White. Then later in the week, we'll go back to week number 1, 2, 3. We'll go back to week 3 from 1994 when the Niners played the New Orleans Saints at Candlestick Park. And this was Deion Sanders' first start and first home game as a Niner when he had that big pick-6 touchdown to seal the game away for the Niners win over the New Orleans Saints. So we got plenty of good stuff coming up through the week. I know Niner fans, you're disappointed, you're bummed, we're all upset, disappointed. Hey, I'm still not mad. I'm disappointed. But Niner fans, just hang in there. I know it's disappointing. We'll talk about it tomorrow. We'll have open lines. We'll, if we have a chance, if we're on location, we'll see what happens. So for now, I'm Brian Professor B. Davis. We're about to go off the air. I'd like to thank all of you 49 faithful for being here doing a difficult day. It's not the end of the world. It's early in the season. Yes, the Niners are now 0-2 in conference play. These 2 losses right now could be a difference of having the home of their playoff positioning when it comes in. The Niners just going to have to weather the storm and ride the ship until they get some reinforcements, some players coming back. So, Niner fans, just hang in there wherever you are for the Bay Area and beyond global. And again, Niners fall to the Rams in heartbreaking fashion, 27-21. The Niners fall to 1-2. The Rams improved to 1-2. I'm Brian Professor Reed Davis, and so long. Thank you from here at the bus stop here at the Marina in San Francisco. Thank you for watching 49ers Live post-game recap on Niners Radio 49. 49ers Live post-game recap on Niners Radio 49's association with the Satellite Digital Media News Network, where every team has a fan and every fan has a voice. The network home of champions. 49ers football, faithful then, faithful now, faithful to the Bay. Wish all of you have a very pleasant evening. Good night, everybody. Take care.